G'day everyone, welcome back. So today is going to be slightly cooler. It's actually 32 today. Although we had a couple thunderstorms go through last night. So we had 2 mils of rain, which means it's now going to be really soupy, really hot and humid today. But yes, anyway, Henry's back. So we're going to swing into the shed and grab a grease gun and head down to the spreader and catch up with Henry and make a plan. So yeah, we'll head on our way. In the last video I said, I was I pulled up because it was 38 I think, and I was like, oh, I'll come back out when it cools down and I'll grease it and I'll fuel it up with fuel. Now that didn't happen. We ended up getting to 41 I believe, but I got home and about an hour later I was called to town. So Maravale, there's a fire, no not Maravale, at Myra. There was a fire at Myra a couple of days ago, and then yeah, it was all contained, and obviously the wind and everything from yesterday picked up and yeah, lit up some trees and threw some embers, and yeah, they called basically all of the brigade units into town. So Cascade, Cornbridge-up, yeah, Scadden, Condi, all the brigade trucks just all came in. So both of our trucks went in and I was on one of them while I was driving one. So yeah, we got into town because they were worried about it. It was heading towards the town itself, towards houses, but thankfully it was in a pasture paddock, and yeah, it didn't go very far, which was good. But I'll put up a couple of clips now. So George was with me, and basically what we're doing was just putting out cow poo, because the cow poo was getting the embers on it, and then it would light the cow poo on fire, so we had to go and rake and put all them out. He loves his poo. Look at him rake it. Doing a good job there. And then the other exciting thing was the LATs. So we had the, I think LAT stands for large air tanker, bringing in and dumping the pink water, or retardant, on the ground. So that was pretty cool.
Roger. Alright, incident control out. I'll hear from you when they're leaving the fireground. Alright, incident control out.
So yeah, I obviously was in town with that, and actually it was quite exciting. On the way home, I didn't quite make it to Cascade Road. I was still on the highway, and the front diff exploded on the truck. And yeah, that was quite exciting. Lots of smoke, lots of noise, and a grinding halt. So yeah, we're now one brigade truck out of action, which is not good. But yeah, so anyway, last night we had a lot of lightning strikes, and like I said, 2 mils of rain, which is at least it came with rain. But the problem with those lightning strikes is it could light up a tree out there or a stump and just smoulder away on a day like today. And then Friday, so tomorrow, is 43 degrees, and Saturday is 41 or 2, and yeah, that's when we could have some fires start up. But fingers crossed nothing happens. But yeah, that we will find out in due course. Rightio, that's all greased up, and well, there you go. That's all greased up and ready to roll. and then I'll grease this up once Henry's done loading, just so that he can get started and underway. And then what I'll do is I'm going to grab the water truck and I'm going to go and fill that up. So our dam water tank at the shed, that is for the retic at Henry's old place, so the new quarters, that is completely dry. So I'm going to go and do a load of water to that so that we can at least keep the garden alive down there. And then after that I'm going to come back, fill it back up, and then I'm going to take it to Henry's place. I'm going to then fill up Henry's dam tank there, because he has got no, he's got about one more retic cycle and he's out of water there. So I'll put it there so at least his garden can get some water, because again tomorrow is 43 degrees, so it's gonna, well, this whole week is testing on a garden. I need to move some chemical around for him, because while I was gone, he did basically a spot spray on some flea bane that was going in our sandy areas. So he's got a tank to do tomorrow of paraquat, which is just to double knock it and make sure it dies, because it was not hugely advanced, but flea bane can be a bit of a pain to kill. So yeah, I've got to do that, and yeah, then I might wash my ute, because the other day I took the dogs to the dam and I didn't realise the dam was actually empty, and the dogs jumped into the dam, which was just mud, and they barely got themselves out of it, and then they jumped on the back of my ute, got it all muddy. So anyway, that should keep us fairly busy for the whole day. Again, it's only 32 today, so we'll be able to hopefully keep spreading all day, unless we get crazy wind, which I don't think we're due to get. So yeah, hopefully it's going to be a good day for spreading. And Dexter's just rocked up. In the last video there was a comment that wanted me to explain basically our dam situation and our catchments. So I didn't get the question in the last video, but I've had it quite a lot before, and it's people asking why don't we just use groundwater. So obviously I'm just down here at Henry's dam, and you can see she is just bone dry. Now the reason we can't use groundwater is because our groundwater is just super salty. It is yeah, there's just no chance of using that for gardens, stock water, or spraying. You just can't. Just as simple as that. We just have salty groundwater, so we can't do that. There are the occasional freshwater soaks that you will find in places. We did have one on our property. That was down in E Block, where we have a lot of sand, so it's typically where you'll find one. But we put trees there, and the trees dried it up, but towards the end of its life, like when we planted the trees, it was starting to go salty as well, so the water table had risen into that. Tom and George, they've got a beautiful one on the opposite my house there, on that property there. They've got a beautiful freshwater soak there. They've dug a hole in the sand and they've got a freshwater soak. Us on our property, we just don't have one. We don't have the large sand catchment where you'll typically find one. So yeah, we heavily rely on our dams. Now how we catch our water is just a simple catchment. So this is just I guess you call it a V-style catchment. So there's four sections where the rain will come onto here and catch and then run down. We've got 2 V-styles, and then the rest are like you just don't have the V. It's just a big flat area, and yeah, that's where the water runs off. So we, as you can see, Henry's graded this. He graded this about 2-3 weeks ago. So it's nice and clean with the grader, which is one of the reasons why I wanted it, was to make sure we could keep our catchments clean, just so that when we do get the little amount of rain we do, it does run. Now you won't see any water running off that 2 mils that we had last night. You won't even see anything run off 5 mils. It's yeah, and you need a lot of rain for these to catch water and to flow. So we do our best to try and keep the catchments clean. Yeah, it's not much we can do. There also was a comment about cleaning this dam out. It could do with a bit of a clean, and I agree. We do have an old dam scoop around, so we might try and get the dam scoop out. The only problem is we need to wait until we're finished with spreading, so that's going to take a little while. And then the only thing we face then is that this is too dry for the scoop to penetrate into. So I'm not going to walk out there. I'm not stupid. But it won't take long for this to get too hard and crusty that when we put the scoop on, it just won't scoop. But yeah, also on the other side of it, when your mud is too, you've still got a little bit of water in there, which we've done. We've done a lot of dam scooping. Yeah, the mud just turns in, like it just atomizes, I guess it goes into the water, into solution, and then you just got this sloppy mud just going from side to side, and you can't get it out the dam. Now, for those who don't know what a dam scoop is, it's basically just a metal box, and you pull it through, and it goes to the other side. It's got one side open, and it just dumps on that side. And then when you pull it back, it's got a back door that moves like this, so that it hinges, and so the mud all flows through it when we pull it back. Then we get up here, then as you go forward, the back door closes like this, and then you pull it through. I do have drone footage of it somewhere. If I find it, I'll put it up now. I don't think I found it. It's I took that a long time ago, and I don't even know where to look, but I will have a look to see if I can find it to show you guys what dam scooping is. And I believe it was on this dam that video was. So yeah, water. She's a scarce resource. Right, speaking of water, let's go and cart some. Are you sure you don't want to be down the bottom and needing a refill?
They're all just at like the top of the ones pretty much, so I reckon I'll get another lap.
Right, no worries. Well, it's currently 9:17. This is going to take nearly an hour to fill, just because we're going through a 3-inch pump, and yeah, it takes forever. So I'm going to get cozy. But so this dam catchment here it's a very long one, but it doesn't have any. It's not a V shape. It's just a flat one. So you can see it goes all the way back up there, comes down, and this one's a very good catchment. It's on a good slope, and it catches a lot of water. Many times I've had this dam with water out like around here. So this is a good catchment. Yeah, I don't know how long this water's going to last. I'll put a stick in the put a stick down here so that we know, and then basically what we do is we just keep on putting sticks in, and we can then get a bit of an idea of how much water we're losing per load. So you end up with all these sticks going down, and then also how much evaporation we're getting as well with the sun. So yeah, I'm going to do this twice today, and then we'll see what we come up with to do in the arvo. All full. Well, basically full. The back one got full, couldn't be bothered waiting for the rest. So yeah, just loaded everything up and about to take that back to the tank that we're going to fill, but figured I'd show you my mark and how much water we've already taken. So the mark, water level. So you can see just how quick we can draw a dam down. Now if we were spraying that truck there, that gets Henry 4 loads. Well, it's 4 and a bit, but 4 loads. So when we've got to do quite a few loads, you know, when we're trying to do 4,500 hectares, it yeah, you go through some water. So we need a flood. I'm sounding like a broken record, but we need a flood. Rightio, we're at the tank, and I'll show you the inside. So that one has got just a light layer of mud on the bottom, which isn't too bad. Not like Henry's tank. Henry's tank's got like 2 or 3 inches of mud on the ground. So yeah, we'll fill this one up, and then this means I got the retic working down at the quarters there. And I'm going to have to figure out what's going on here. I'll use my words, shall I? There is a O-ring in the truck there, a spare one. I think the O-ring might have come out of that at some point. So we'll chuck an O-ring in there, and we should be good. And yeah, we'll get this unloaded, then I'm going to duck off, have some lunch. That's the O-ring there. Gonna duck off, have some lunch, come back, and then I'll do Henry's. And yeah, but the good thing is, I mean, I haven't checked the weather. It's got to be probably about 26, 27. It's humid though. But what the good thing is that Henry's gonna be able to keep spreading all day. He'll be able to get quite a bit done, which is good. But I'll turn this off now. You'll notice I'm wearing, you know, AirPods so I can, you know, listen to my book. I did have a comment because the other day I was wearing the over ear ones, so the bone conducting ones, and someone wanted to know what they were like. And yeah, they're good. Like I rate them. Obviously not as good for, you know, if you want the bassy music, something like that. You're not going to get it. Let's have a look in here. Yep. See, our O-ring is missing. So just chuck that in there. But yeah, so they're the Shocks 2 swims, because I've got a tether and whatnot, so I can do stationary swimming in my pool at home for fitness. So yeah, I've got them so I can do that. And you know, if you're doing 20-30 minutes of swimming, it's quite boring. At least if you've got something to listen to, you got something to listen to. So yes, the bone conducting ones, you know, they're quite good. Takes a little bit of getting used to, especially if you've got you you know, like you're listening to bassy music or like a book that gets quite loud, it vibrates your, you know, the side of your head quite a lot. But yeah, like I rate them. I mean, the reason I'm not using them now is just this is more isolating. You know, this really isolates the noise around you. When you need to be able to hear noise, it's good for those. You know, you just wear them over the ears and it's good. So, I mean, if you're thinking of getting them, go for it. That's another truckload full. Now let me show you how much the dam's gone down again. Now this one's not as much as the first one because of the angle of the tank going in. But there you go. So that was where we were when we started this morning, and then we started there on this tank, and that tank, it's now down to there. So yeah, well, you know, it doesn't take long to start really reducing the amount of water that we have. So we've just got to be smart when it comes to spraying. Like for example, how Henry's got to go spray that paraquat tomorrow. The reco says to do it at 80 litres. Now you do it at 80 litres a hectare because you're getting more droplets, more water, you get a better penetration, and you're going to get a better kill of the weeds. But we can't afford to do that, so we're going to go at 60 litres. So we're, you know, taking the risk of not fully killing the plant, but at 60 litres I'm pretty confident we're still going to hit it. But yeah, this is what we risk when we when we've got such scarce water. I think tomorrow tomorrow I'll be on the spreader. It'll be hot, I won't drive around the paddock, but next week I'll go around and look at we've got 2 other dams that we can possibly draw from, so we'll go and look at those and see what they look like at some point. But we'll get this truck up to and that pump up to Henry's tank there, and we'll start filling his garden water. And here we are at Henry's tank. So let's have a look. I can get up. So you can see it's maybe just a little bit under half. This tank here holds 22,500 litres, so I'm going to fill it up. I think he gets about 2 or 3 cycles of his reticulation off this tank. So yeah, we'll just fill it up, and then yeah, we'll make sure retic goes on tomorrow because it's 43 degrees, and yeah, we just keep carting water until we get rain. Alright, now that's all done. We've finally got the caravan all sorted, and we've bring it back up to the shed here. So we had a few issues with the caravan over the time we're camping. The batteries are absolutely, I believe they're just knackered. I can't get to them. They're underneath the bed there, but they're not keeping charge. So I am going to be changing them out. We had it happen the last time we went camping. Well, actually no, the time before that, when we went camping for quite a period of time, we had it happen, and they the batteries are depleting, and yeah, it just wasn't good. But I put it down to, we were constantly for those 2 weeks in cloud, so the solar never got time to really charge up. And then when you just put the little generator on that we've got at the front here, that worked no worries. We then went to Carragini, so that generator there. We then went to Carragini, and we had no issues at Carragini, so the time we were camping up there, no issues with battery whatsoever. I thought, oh, okay, maybe it was just, you know, the lack of shade, lack of sunlight. And then this time when we were down at Stavo's, the first week, actually, we were perfect. We had no issues with batteries whatsoever. Now, the only thing that's drawing off it is fridge, like a big ingle. Then we had to connect the other ingle because Rhiannon's car battery went flat, that had that one in it, so we had to put that onto the caravan as well. And then at the night we've just got the inverter running as well, so that's just running a CPAP machine. So then that's yeah, like normally nothing to worry about withdrawal wise, but yeah, for some reason it just, after the first week, it just went downhill, and we were nearly putting the generator on every day. Even in bright sunny conditions, it was just not getting charged. Now this caravan's been parked out of the house for about a week now, and the batteries are at 9.8, so dangerously low for lead batteries. So they're you know, you're not supposed to draw them past like 11 volts. So they're probably destroyed now, to be honest. That's why I've just hooked onto the power here to charge them up. I'm going to change them out to some lithium and just chuck in 3 lithium batteries in there and have some good charge in there. And we'll just see what happens. But I've got to give it a wash and park it away. But obviously need to charge those batteries up first, because there's still water left in the caravan, so I need to drain the water out. Obviously I don't want to turn the water pump on with you know, with 9 volts of battery, so it could be a tomorrow job when I'm doing that, because obviously it takes a little while to charge some batteries up. But I've got this hose here, I need to take that over to the bright pad, and I also need to put some paraquat down and some deluge for Henry, because he is going to get that spraying done tomorrow, so that 1 tank of spray. So I've got to find where the paraquat's at and chuck that out for him, and I've got to find where the deluge is at, chuck that out as well. So that's my job now. Well, the paraquat was pretty easy to find. It's the, you know, toxic corrosive label up there, so that's nice and easy. And piston. So new type, but piston, that's also paraquat there as well. So that's simple. Deluge. I've got no idea. What's that up there? That's glyphosate. I don't even know if I've got deluge in here, and I'm hoping it's in the 110s down at the down the chem shed. I'm hoping my budget allows me this year to get a new shed. Ideally I need 2 sheds. We need a new chem shed so that we can be compliant and we can store all that sort of stuff in a bigger shed so it's easier to access. And I also need a machinery shed, because as you can see, we've got Fleetwood out, we've got Butters out, and we've got Izzy out as well. And then I'm also getting a liquid cart as well that I don't have any room for. They all need to find a home, because yeah, especially the liquid cart, don't want to leave that out in the open. Oh, and obviously, you know, the Freightliner is out as well, can't fit that in any sheds. So the idea is that we'd put the chem shed where I'm standing here, and then we'd be able to fit 2 trucks reversed into here. It's a plan. Will we be able to do it? I don't know. It all comes down to money and yeah, what we can spare. I am not seeing any deluge. What's this here? There we go. Deluge. So it's a pretty simple brew when you're using paraquat. It's quite literally just paraquat and a wetter, and that's it. So we'll get those all hooked up, and we'll yeah, get them out for Henry. Just chuck them down there. Alrighty, Henry's all ready for spraying. I'm going to now refill up that diesel tanker there, because tomorrow morning, even though it's 43 tomorrow, Henry's going to get spraying in the morning, and I'm going to go and get spreading for the short time I probably can, but it's nearly out of fuel, so I'll fill that up in the morning. And yeah, look, I reckon we'll leave the video there. Nothing more exciting is going to happen. I'm just filling up. I've actually got to swap a chemical out for the deluge. I need to swap out for the inbound, which is in there, so I'll just move this hose out the way. But yeah, nothing more is going to happen, guys, so yeah, we'll leave the video there. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. Yeah, I hope that you guys are enjoying this content. I do enjoy reading all the comments and everyone who messages and says that they love watching it and they get something out of it. It makes me, reminds me that it's all worth doing. So I do appreciate all those nice comments. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.